Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about my monthly favorites. These are all of the products that I obsessed over and could not stop using for the entire month. And I have quite a few products to get through, so let's get started. So two random things I want to start off with. Because it's now getting into the spring and summer months and the sun is actually out, I love sunglasses, and the more the merrier. I probably have 30 pair. And depending on whether I'm wearing gold jewelry or silver jewelry will depend on what kind of sunglasses I want to wear. And these two I picked up over the last few months and I absolutely love them. This first pair I purchased at Maurice's. I think I picked them up for like 10 bucks. I love cheap sunglasses because usually they end up either lost or broken. So cheap, cute sunglasses are for me. And I love these because they have some black and white detail here up top with some little bling going on. And they're pretty big sunglasses, so even if I'm doing a no makeup day, I can throw these on with some lip gloss and you won't even tell I'm not wearing makeup. So I absolutely love these guys. Ow. The other pair that I picked up, I got at TJMAXX. These are more of the rimless. There's no frame around the lenses. But I like the lenses to be pretty dark. And this has the gold detail on these sunglasses. And again, I picked these up at TJMAXX. I think they were right in the same ballpark, 10 bucks. And that is perfect because that way if I lose them or break them, I won't be too upset. But I love these guys. So moving into makeup, starting with primer, I'm still hooked on the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. This is actually a new bottle, which I've already started to make a dent in. I've heard a lot of people say that they think this is just a water. I will say I notice a big difference when I don't use it. I feel like it just gives an initial nice application, nice surface to work with, so that whenever I go in either with my foundation directly after or if I use another primer that I'm going to talk about next, but it just gives that extra layer so that you have a really nice surface to work with whenever you're going in with the next layer. And for me, that has been the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This is the smoothing primer. Makeup Forever came out with about 140 of these recently. And depending on what your needs are will depend on the type of skin equalizer you would need. This is actually the miniature version, which I got this at Sephora. It was only $16, which is nice because this is not a product I would put all over my face. Silicone-based products like this tend to clog my pores and make me break out. So this one I only use like in the T-zone and where I have some texture issues. But this is the best silicone-based primer I have ever used. It's better than Professional. It's better than the last one that I was using from Smashbox. This is the best. I also want to try out the hydrating primer because I have dry skin, so I want to see how that will work as well. But April, this for the win. So my foundation routine previous to the month of April contained these two guys right here. This is the L'Oreal Infallible ProMatte. I'm in the shade 105 Natural Beige. And this is the Smashbox Camera Ready CC Cream Dark Spot Correcting. And this is in the shade Light. So the combination of these two gave me a really good amount of coverage. And it was just the perfect shade match for me. But in the month of April, I was introduced to the CoverFX Custom Cover Drops. I did do a first impressions video on this guy. And I am absolutely in love, obsessed. I haven't not used this in my foundation routine, whatever that looks like, every day since I bought it. The reason that these were created was to customize the level of coverage that you can get from your face product. So you can mix this in with a moisturizer, a tinted moisturizer, a BB cream, a CC cream, a beauty oil, existing foundations. You can even use it by itself. I am in the shade N35. That's the other really amazing thing about this product is they have an amazing range of shade selection. So whether you have a more neutral tone, a pink undertone, a golden undertone, you will be able to find something that is a really good fit for you. The other thing I really like about this, it does not disrupt the finish that you're getting from the product you're mixing it with. So if you're using a more matte foundation, adding this in doesn't make it any less matte. If you're using a dewy foundation, adding this in doesn't make it any less dewy. I can't say enough good things about this stuff. If you haven't tried it yet, get your butt into Sephora, have them make you a little bit of a sample, and try to find your best shade match. I do know the CoverFX website was offering 15% off for new customers to their website. So once you find the shade that's right for you, you can pick up the actual product through CoverFX's website and save yourself a little bit of cash. I also know Beautylish had these for sale, but they were starting to sell out of the more popular shades. So depending on which one you're looking for will depend on whether or not you can find it at Beautylish. Seriously, guys, you have to try these. If you haven't yet, you have to try these. They're so good. So for bronzing, contouring, highlighting, I actually picked this up in the month of April. This is a Large and in Charge NARS Laguna. This is 0.35 ounces. It was a little pricey. I think it was right around $59, something like that. But not only do you get this ginormous Laguna, but you do get the mini Ita brush. Side note, I was not overly thrilled with this guy when I first started using it. I was like, what's the hype around this thing again? I don't get it. The more I've used it, I actually really do like it now. Apparently there's a little bit of a learning curve with this brush. I don't know if it's because the handle is so short, because it's miniature or what, but I actually really do like this brush. And all I've ever owned in Laguna before is just the smaller kind of trial, more sample size. And it wasn't big enough for me to be able to dip my brush into it and apply it the way I wanted. But I absolutely am so glad I got my hands on this. I know Sephora sells this little guy, and I believe Nordstroms might have it as well. Now what I used for highlighting and bronzing up the face, this is from Makeup Forever. This is the Pro Sculpting Duo, the number 2. Yes, which has the more gold-based highlighter. I could not stop using this. It was on my face almost every single day for the entire month. Whether I wore makeup or not, I just wanted to use it. I absolutely love this gold highlighter. I typically use a more white champagne-based highlighter, like Mary Luminizer. That's probably my ultimate favorite. But ever since I got this, I have been using the crap out of it. If you haven't tried out these Pro Sculpting Duos, I highly recommend them. Whether you want pinky based highlighter, go with number 1. If you like the gold one, go with number 2. I also wanted to mention, this is the Morphe M501 brush. I was using this before I fell in love with the Ita brush. I was using this for contouring and helping to kind of bronze up the face, and also I use this for highlighter. All the brushes from the Flawless collection, all the brushes from Morphe in general are amazing. I am just about ready to finish up my brush collection video, so that'll be coming at you guys very soon. But I highly recommend all the Morphe brushes because they're so inexpensive and they are such great quality. And this is a multi-purpose brush. I mean, depending on how big your eyes are, you could use this for eyes. I mean, you could use this for setting your under eyes. Again, contouring, bronzing, highlighting, it's multi-purpose. And it was like $6. Now for blushes in the month of April, these are all of my Makeup Geek blushes, and I do use these a lot, but it seemed like in the month of April I use them even more. This is the entire collection of blushes from Makeup Geek, and I am going to be doing a swatch and review video of my entire collection. I just recently became an affiliate with Makeup Geek, so I will leave my affiliate link down below. If it's something that you guys choose to use, thank you. If not, and you guys want to place an order of anything, any products I might show you, you can certainly go to makeupgeek.com and purchase that on your own. But these blushes, I can't. The formulation on any Makeup Geek product is like none other. I don't know how she's able to produce a product that is so reasonably priced, but has such a great formula. These blend amazingly. They have such great pigmentation. Now, some of the blushes are a little more pigmented than others, but I happen to really appreciate that only because I hate when I put a blush on my face and I have clown cheek. You know what I mean? Like that big pink ball of blush right in the middle of your cheek. That drives me crazy. So I absolutely love the Makeup Geek blushes, and the way I love to use them is I will literally take my brush and I will dip it in 4 or 5 different blushes before I apply it. Like, I'm just customizing and making my own blush. So today I'm going to use this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and let's see how that turns out. And that's my most favorite way to use these, and simply because it's in a palette, it's easier for me to do it that way. So I absolutely love these the entire month of April. This is a monthly, this is a daily, it's a yearly favorite. Anything from Makeup Geek is amazing. And keeping with the Makeup Geek theme, I'll move right into eyes. This is one of my Makeup Geek eye palettes. This is my most used Makeup Geek eyeshadows. And you will see this is so me. It's more neutral, somewhat warm tones. And when I have no idea what I want to do with my eye look, this is the palette that I gravitate towards. Because not one shadow that I could pick from this palette would turn out and not look good. So on top here, the first row to here, these are all the first set of the foiled, Makeup Geek foiled shadows. And then all of these in here are either mattes, satins, shimmer shades. They're just absolutely amazing. Again, the same applies on the Makeup Geek shadows. They have an amazing formula. They are so inexpensive. I don't know how Marlena does it, but again, I'm going to be doing my entire Makeup Geek collection for you guys, so that'll be coming at you soon. But I love these all April, the whole month. Now, what I also loved the entire month of April, it was kind of a back and forth between my Makeup Geek palettes and this guy. So this is the Where the Light Is Kathleen Light's Colourpop collab, and it just recently released, I believe towards the beginning of April, and I could not wait to get my hands on these because I don't know if I could express my feelings for Kathleen Light's any more than I already have without it being weird. Maybe it's already weird, but I just think she's an amazing human being all around. She is so genuine and she has so much integrity and she's so much fun to watch. She's one of the very few YouTubers that I could just put 20 videos in a playlist and just watch her all day long because she just has that presence and I just love her. So onto the shadows. You get 4 Colourpop shadows in this collection. The Colourpop shadows sell for $5 individually, so when you get a set of 4, it's going to cost you $20, which isn't a horrendous price. It's not cheap, but at the same time, you probably spend that on some drugstore shadows that you've purchased and ended up hating in the end. But I promise you, if you have not tried these yet, if you purchase them, you will not hate them. You will absolutely love them. The first one I'm going to start out with is Glow. So it is a really nice off-white bone-ish kind of color. It's a matte shade, so it's perfect for a brow bone and inner corner highlight. I even use this on its own when I'm not using the other Colourpop shadows because I have a hard time with matte highlights on my brow bone. They tend to not show up, but this one really does. It's got great pigmentation. I've heard a lot of people say they didn't think that the blendability was there. Once you've gotten down the formulation and you play around with the Colourpop shadows a little bit, they're really easy to work with. The best way I've found to apply shadows like this from Colourpop, I'll use my MAC 228, it's a little detail shader brush, and I will apply with one side, and then I'll flip it over and I will blend it out, and it looks perfect. It looks amazing. The second shade I'm going to share with you is Cornelius. She actually named this eyeshadow after her dog, which I think is so stinking cute. Cornelius is a somewhat neutral but still warm, light nutmeg brown kind of shade, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's the perfect crease shade, an everyday kind of shadow. It's absolutely gorgeous. This one blends so nicely with any type of a synthetic brush. A lot of the Colourpop shadows, at least most of the ones I owned before this, are just that. They're pops of color, so they're very bright, they're very intense, they're very shimmery or metallic, and best applied with your finger. But the matte shades aren't difficult to work with. Like I said, once you get it down and you've played with them a little bit, any fluffy synthetic brush will really get the product really placed nicely into the crease, and they look absolutely amazing. So the last two I will share with you. This one is Beige, and this is a metallic, and it is a gorgeous, almost like a bronzy metallic shade. And I wear this all over the lid whenever I wear this quad, and it is just gorgeous. No matter what angle the light hits your eye from, this will beam from your lids, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. The last one is Kathleen Lights, and this one is probably my favorite just because it's unlike anything else I have in my collection. It looks similar to one other Colourpop shade I have, but once I actually apply it, they look totally different. So this one is a coppery, this is a pearlized shade. So it's not as intense and metallic as Beige, but it still has a really nice shimmer to it. So I put this one right in the center of my lid, and again, it just helps to add a little bit of dimension, and it breaks up the monotony there on your lid. But this is, it's such a gorgeous shade. Every time I wear these, somebody asks me, what are you wearing? And I tell them Colourpop, and they're like, what? How is Colourpop? So there are people out there that have never heard of Colourpop, but they may have not known before, but they know now. So one other eye product I wanted to mention, I have finally called off the hunt, you guys. I found a new brow pencil, and I can't even talk about it, but I will. It's from It Cosmetics. It's the Your Brows But Better and Universal Transforming Taupe. It's built identically to the Anastasia Brow Wiz, to the NYX Micro Brow. Pencil up top, spoolie on the bottom. It has to be the formulation in this, and I don't know what it is that makes it different, but it's been, I can't even tell you how long that I could only use a brow pencil to fill in my eyebrows. Before this, that process consisted of a dip brow, using the pomade or the NYX Taman frame, something like that, followed up by a pencil, followed up by a powder, followed up by a brow gel. It was a process that took sometimes a half an hour, depending on whether or not I was having a good brow day. But it's down to this, and this alone, it takes like 15-20 minutes off of perfecting my brows daily. And if you guys have issues with your brows, I swear, just try this. If you don't like it, take it back. I got mine at Ulta. It's amazing. So lastly, for lips, these two released very recently from Gerard Cosmetics. Kimchi Doll was a collab with Sophia Chang. I'll swatch it for you in case you haven't had a chance to see it in person yet. It's a really pretty light peachy nude, and depending on how light your skin tone is, you may or may not like this. I myself happen to love really light nudes, like you look dead girl kind of nude. But this has a little bit of color to it because it has that pretty peach undertone. I really like this, really like this. And I think that once I'm a little tan, it might be a little too light for me, but applying this over a lip liner or deepening it up with a little bit more of an intense, darker, peachy nude, but putting this on top would be gorgeous. This second one is Underground. So guys, this is a dupe alert. If you've heard of or looking for a dupe to the Cashmere from Lime Crime, this and Tootsie from Colourpop. These are both great dupes for Cashmere from Lime Crime. You can usually find pretty good deals on Gerard Cosmetics. The bigger YouTubers out there have amazing coupon codes. You can get 2 lip products for $20, 3 for $30, 5 for $45. So I'll link all of those down below in case you guys are interested in picking these up. But These are both really gorgeous shades, and they're going to be on my lips a lot come the spring and summer. Now the last two lip products I'm going to share with you, oh my god, you guys, these are perfect for this time of year. This one is from the new Too Faced Melted Metal Liquefied Metallic Lipstick Collection. Holy crap, is that a mouthful. But this one is in Melted Metallic Violet, and it's a really pretty, here I'll swatch it for you. It's very similar for me to, well, if you're familiar with Colourpop, and that's not metallic, but it has that pinky purple undertone to it, kind of grind from Colourpop if you're familiar. It's an absolute gorgeous, gorgeous shade. Look at that. Oh my lord. Now I myself, I love bright pink, bright purple lipsticks. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but these are excellent lipstick toppers. I actually love to wear these on top of the regular melted lipsticks because you get the long wearing quality from the melted lipstick, and then you get this gorgeous metallic finish from this guy here. These don't claim to be long wearing, but on top of the melted lipsticks, it's a great combo. So I have absolutely been loving this. The second one, this is the new Anastasia lip gloss. This one is in Dollhouse. It's what I'm wearing right now. I will swatch it for you anyways, just because I am so impressed with all of these lip glosses. Look at how pigmented that is. That was one swipe on my hand. These, and there's nothing under my lip gloss. I don't have anything else on my lips except Dollhouse. These have great pigmentation, and this has been on for hours. It still looks like I just applied it. So I am in love with these Anastasia lip glosses. They are amazing. It just has the perfect texture, the perfect tackiness, so that you know it's there. It stays put. It stays glossy. I love these lip glosses. I'm going to be buying more, you mark my words. Alrighty guys, that wraps up my favorites video for the month of April. I hope I showed you guys some of my favorites that maybe you guys haven't had a chance to try out yet, and maybe you might be a little interested in. Let me know what your favorites are. I'm always interested. I love watching favorites videos because I want to see what other people have been absolutely loving. I want to know if I'm missing out on something. If somebody else is loving it, should I be loving it? I don't know. So tell me down below what you guys have been loving. I also wanted to just quickly mention, in my April unboxing video, I announced I was doing a giveaway. I had two glossy boxes, one from March, one from April, that I had duplicates of both boxes, so I did the giveaway of both of those boxes. The winner has already been notified. Her name is Jess Solu. Congratulations to you, Jess. Those boxes will be on their way to you very shortly, and I threw in a few little extras for you as well. But I did want to thank all of my new subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I can't believe how many people subscribe. So welcome. I hope you guys stay a while. I have so many new videos that I'm wrapping up and editing that'll be out here in the very near future. If you guys ever have any questions, any suggestions for me on content you want to see, or any products that I mention, you want to see tutorials with, anything like that, please leave those in the comment section down below as well. Obviously, I want to put videos out that I'm interested in, but I also want to show you guys content that you want to see as well. So again, thank you guys all so very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.